I am a weak man. Let me be weak.
Prepare yourself, Dan Saiyan.
What's up guys, Blackscape here. If you missed yesterday's video on why Videl's beatdown is way worse in the manga as opposed to the anime as most people know it, I'm gonna leave a link to that video in the description below in the top comment. Go ahead and check it out and support the channel by hitting that like button, commenting, subscribing, hitting that notification, because we are almost at the 300k mortal plan. Yes, we are almost completing it. It is within grasp and I cannot wait to taste it. It is going to be phenomenal, and I got something great in store once we hit 300k. But today we're not talking about that. Today we are talking about the brand new Dragon Ball Super manga chapter 70. And honestly, I went into this one kind of sour because some of the spoilers, as I've talked about in a few videos past, showed how Toyotaro really did not want Vegeta to get the W. It was showing that Vegeta was basically getting a hand-me-down power that Goku has already used in the past, similar to the last arc where Vegeta was, training with the Yardrats and gaining instant transmission for like one time. Yeah, we have a very similar thing here where he is basically just learning Hakai, and he is learning Hakai from Beerus, but Goku has already done Hakai in the past, so that's kind of why I was a little bit salty. But after reading the chapter, guys, this is one of my favorite chapters in this arc. I think that this gives us a lot of insight into the way the world is being built, where the story is going, and I just love having these side-by-side stories that are coming to a head. So the Moro arc was very similar, where we got to see Moro's perspective and, where he was coming from, and then we were watching Goku and Vegeta do the same thing, and it all built to a head where they finally clash. This is very similar, but Granola isn't looking to face Vegeta and Goku. He is looking for Frieza. And so the way that the chapter is going and how it's building up to where obviously Granola is going to face off against Goku and Vegeta, it brings up a very interesting question, and the only real plausible way that Granola would be even fighting these two Saiyans to begin with, because he is on a beeline to Frieza, no distractions, but there may be just one distraction, and that could be where we finally find our Goku versus Granola with the assist of Vegeta, because Vegeta ain't getting that W. Vegeta ain't getting that W. So we begin the chapter with Granola's wish, and I'm just gonna go through exactly what it is. Essentially is to become the strongest warrior in Universe 7, but essentially not as strong or past the Gods of Destruction. So you don't get those into account. You don't take those into account. You are the strongest one. So what does that exactly mean? Essentially, he, I think, would be stronger than Frieza, but when it comes to Goku, I don't believe that Granola would be stronger than Goku, because I think Goku is on a hierarchy right now, a level right now that is on par with gods. So if Granola can't surpass the gods, then he can't be as strong as Goku. I guess that's the way that I'm seeing it. Vegeta is a little bit more out there, where I don't know if he's as strong as a god at this point. I really don't think he's as strong as Beerus. I mean, he's fought Beerus at the beginning of this arc, cementing the fact that he isn't as strong as Beerus. So I think that Goku versus Granola, Goku wins. And if Vegeta versus Granola, I think that Vegeta and Granola, that's going to be a good fight, because Granola is showing abilities here once he actually gets his wish that puts him on par with some of the higher beings in Universe 7. Definitely Frieza, but at the same time, he's still using a spaceship to fly around. He's still not using flight to the level that he should, and when he fights the Heaters, is using abilities and techniques that are just basically really fast and really strong, on top of what he already knows. So his strength and speed are higher than what it was, but he is still trying to gain the abilities that he needs to defeat Frieza. Like, he's not used to his powers yet. But the one thing that I really liked, and I was kind of worried about it, but I really like it now that I've seen it, is that Granola is essentially going to die. His race lives 200 years, and so he gave up all his years essentially and only has 3 years left to gain this ability. And it was a really cool moment at the end where he reveals that to the Heaters, where he reveals that he basically sacrificed his life to kill Frieza. He sacrificed his life for revenge, which I think is so cool. It is a cool concept, and this is the thing, I don't want to get my hopes up. Toyotaro gets your hopes up, brings these cool concepts, and then at the end of this has Goku just have Whis revive Granola at the end because Granola's a nice guy, and boom, Granola's back. I want there to be consequences, and I'm getting my hopes up. I feel like Hawkeye during Endgame, where he doesn't want to believe that there is a way to bring his family back. Like, I feel that. Like, please don't make me believe that there are consequences in Dragon Ball, Toyotaro, because I know for a fact that there isn't, and there hasn't been. And in the last arc, there could have been, but there really wasn't. So the fact that you're making this the huge consequence for Granola to basically jump from the base power that he's at to a much higher plane, I think that it is really cool. It's a really sad story, honestly, where he's engulfed in revenge, and honestly it got a little bit of emotion out of me when he was walking away and he was, yeah, I'm gonna go kill Frieza, I only have a few years left, don't take so long because I gotta kill Frieza, this is my only reason to live. It really reminded me of Kurapika from Hunter x Hunter and Sasuke to a lesser effect, but it's really cool, honestly, and it's a really cool consequence if they follow through with it, if they don't give him back his life at the end. Like, that's the reason his hair grew so long, because he aged that long. It wasn't because he was becoming Super Saiyan like everyone was saying, or whatever it was. People were making those memes, those jokes. It was because he aged a lot. That's why he cut his hair again, because, I mean, his hair was too long. He can't fight with his hair like that, even though it would have been cool to have it that way. I do like his original design a lot, so I definitely like Granola a lot. I feel like he is the story that I am the most invested in right now, because Vegeta learning how to Akai things, I don't give a shit about that stuff because Goku already did it. And Goku learning Ultra Instinct, I guess it's cool, but at the same time, like, this is such a grounded story compared to the last one where Moro was, I believe Moro was on that God of Destruction Angel level, at least going into it, breaking into it. This is more baseline than that. You are looking at Frieza level power levels, essentially. So yeah, that's essentially the whole plot with Granola. I definitely loved. I loved how the Heaters went from me thinking that they're good guys to the point where they were the reason that the cereal planet was decimated. I'm assuming that Frieza found out that there were Dragon Balls on that planet. The Heaters maybe tipped them off, and then that is why Granola's Namekian friend, Mokaito, I believe his name is, he said that I've ruined him for the second time or something along those lines. And I think that he means is that maybe because he was there with the Dragon Balls, that is what brought Frieza there. They couldn't find the Dragon Balls and they destroyed the planet, and then essentially the Heaters destroyed the cereal race, destroyed the planet, and then sold the planet to the sugar people for a fortune, essentially, is what happened. I thought that, of course, it was all exposition from the bay of the entire arc. My boo thing right here, I don't remember her name, but she's great. I love her design. I love her attitude. She's amazing. But yeah, she basically just kind of vomits it out, like, you know, randomly too. But I like it though. I like that they may not be traditional mustache twirling Moro evil, but they are a gang of outlaws and they did commit genocide, so they are super evil in my opinion. And so they don't want Granola to destroy Frieza because they wanted to control the Frieza force at some point, and they have business relationships obviously with Frieza because they just destroyed the cereal people with him. So the Heater boss has a plan. He is going to have Goku and Vegeta face off against Granola and have them fight each other. So right off the bat I'm thinking, why would Goku and Vegeta try to save Frieza's skin? And if Granola was told about Goku and Vegeta, would he actively search for them? Those two things I don't think are plausible. I don't think that they are going to try to save Frieza again. He's been revived a couple times. He brought Broly to planet Earth. I think that they should just leave Frieza alone and let him face off against Granola. And I want to see that fight. I want to see Granola get revenge. That is my thing. I want to see it. I I'm hoping Frieza dies because he needs to. He's been in the story for far too long and he needs to go. But at the same time, I don't see Granola being enticed by facing off against Goku and Vegeta. I think he would want to go for Frieza first and then go for Goku and Vegeta. But I do see one thing. I do see one thing and one way they can entice them, and that is if he is given misinformation about the dynamic between the Saiyans and Frieza. If he is told that the Saiyans that destroyed his people were living on planet Earth, they were living a happy society, they have family there, and Granola decides, you know what, I'm gonna take out the Saiyan refugees, I'm gonna destroy them because they destroyed my people. They were the ones that were the hammer that destroyed that planet, essentially the society on that planet. I'm gonna go take them out and then take out Frieza. I can see that being a more enticing target, like he wants retribution against the Saiyans, because I don't see him wanting to go face off against Goku and Vegeta just by hearing their names or like these two Saiyans are powerful, go fight them. I think he'd want to fight Frieza first, but a soft target like the planet of weaker Saiyans that, you know, he could take revenge on, yeah, I could see that being an enticing thing. So if Granola, and I don't want to see another fight on Earth, honestly, we already seen that in last arc, but I do want to see Granola like go to Earth and maybe destroy it or something, or destroy the cities where the Saiyans are, like Trunks, Goten, Gohan, those cities, or destroy even Goku's family. I could see something like that. It'd be really dark. Is it possible? Yeah. Is it plausible? I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna go that dark, but I could see that happening, bringing Goku and Vegeta back to Earth to defend the planet. And especially since Whis has no regard for personal boundaries, like the dude's taking a shower, he's taking a shit, he is cutting his hair, and Whis is just watching him through his globe. I'm sure that Whis will tip them off that Granola is on his way to the planet to destroy his family or their families, and then that is where the standoff will go. I can see that fight being really, really cool, Granola being pushed to the limit, but at the end, I think that Granola may be swayed by Goku to stop revenge, or at least revenge against the Saiyans, and go back to facing off against Frieza. Hopefully, he finds out that the Heaters were the ones that sold his people out, and then he takes revenge on them. Anyway, guys, let me know in the comments below what you guys thought of this chapter. Those are all my thoughts, and it was really good, honestly. I'm pretty happy with the way this is going so far, and I can't wait to see the next chapter, honestly. But if you made it to this point in the video, you are now part of the hashtag End of Video Squad. Thank you guys so much for all your support. Make sure to drop that comment with that hashtag for a chance to be featured in my next video. Today I'm going to be responding to Phoenix Maximus. I like what they did for Granola. When he made his wish, there was true consequences for his wish. He gets power, but he's gonna die for getting it. Okay, I like the concept again. Will they follow through? I don't think so, in my opinion, from their track record. But it's funny because I picked this comment. This is like the only comment in yesterday's video that had to do with this chapter and had nothing to do with the video itself. So I thought that was just funny. Thank you so much for your comment, Phoenix. This is going to be Blackscape signing off. Take care, guys.
Subscribe for more content. Or perish.